Hello, good morning, viewers. We are studying the topics of software development. In this continuation, in this session, we shall know about software requirements. What are requirements? Because requirements form the basis for the quality of a software. So, first of all, every software developer, every software engineer must know clearly about the requirements. Once the requirements are not clear, requirements are vague, incorrect, incomplete, in that case, the software going to be developed can't be a correct software, can't be a good quality software. So, today in this session, we shall try to understand what are software requirements. So, what happens during the development of the software? We study the system for which we have to develop a software. In course of studying the problem, we interact with so many elements of the system, and then we attempt to find the information that are needed to develop the software. In this course of action, we interact with the stakeholders of the system. Stakeholders means the persons who are directly or indirectly involved in the operations of the system. वो लोग जो सिस्टम से डायरेक्टली या इनडायरेक्टली इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, जो सिस्टम को यूज़ करते हैं, उनसे हमें मिलना होता है, उनसे पूछना होता है कि आपको क्या चाहिए, आपके प्रॉब्लम क्या है और आपको चाहिए क्या, आप क्या उम्मीद करते हैं सॉफ्टवेयर से, सॉफ्टवेयर आपके कौन कौन से काम को कर देगा, साथ ही उनके डिफरेंट प्रोसेसेस और उन सारी चीज़ों को जानना चाहते हैं, उनसे इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करते हैं जो कि वो नए सिस्टम से उम्मीद करते हैं. सॉरी. तो इसी को हम लोग आज समझेंगे कि रिक्वायरमेंट्स है क्या. सो वी ट्राई टू डिफाइन द रिक्वायरमेंट्स. देयर इज वन डेफिनेशन हियर. The software requirements are description of features and functionalities of the target system. Description of features and functionalities of the target system, the system that we are going to develop. Requirements convey the expectations of users from the software product. The requirements can be obvious or hidden, known or unknown, expected or unexpected from client's point of view. IEEE defines requirement as 1. A condition or capability needed by a user to solve a problem or achieve an objective. Number 2. A condition or capability that must be met or possessed by a system to satisfy a contract, standard, specification or other formally imposed document. Software requirements, we are dealing with the requirements of the proposed system. That is the capability that the system which is yet to be developed should have. Means software requirements की जो बात हम लोग कर रहे हैं, तो जो हमारा proposed system है, target system है, जिसको हम बनाने जा रहे हैं, उनके साथ किन किन रिक्वायरमेंट्स को हमको पूरा करना है. जो नई सिस्टम होंगे उसके कैपेबिलिटीज़ क्या होंगे, जो कैपेबिलिटीज़ होंगे दैट वुड बी फुलफिल्ड बाय द सॉफ्टवेयर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू डेवलप. एंड नाउ व्हाट इज रिक्वायरमेंट्स एनालिसिस. एक्चुअली व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेनेवर वी gather information, requirements from the users, the users give bulk of information. So many information, most of them are not required, cannot be fulfilled, and some of them would be actually implemented. कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऐसे होंगे जिनकी बिल्कुल ही ज़रूरत नहीं है, कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट्स ऐसे होंगे जिनकी ज़रूरत होगी. Because users don't know what we have to give, what we have to say. They are unknown of the facts. Which requirements I have to give and which requirement I don't have to give. So user inflow tells so many things. Most of them are worthless for the software, for the system that we are going to develop. That won't be needed, but some of them are important that the software engineers have to extract, filter from those bulk of information. Some of the information might be incorrect, knowingly or unknowingly. Some of the information would be incomplete. So in such a situation, the software engineer has to analyze these facts, these information, these requirements that users have given the software engineers, software system analyst. So thinking on that, what actually is needed by the software is the requirements analysis. So requirements analysis is a software engineering task, which is the process of discovery, refinement, modeling, and specification, in which it is decided that what are the deliverables with the software. What are the deliverables with the software? जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स हमें मिले उनमें से डिस्कवर करना है, निकालना है, छिपा हुआ है उनमें से निकालना है, उनको रिफाइन करना है, मॉडल करना है, सो दैट कि हम इनको इन चीज़ों को सही से समझ सके, करेक्टनेस को डिसाइड कर सके. ठीक है. और इस तरह से हम यह डिसाइड कर सके कि सॉफ्टवेयर के साथ क्या क्या फीचर्स, क्या क्या फंक्शनैलिटीज़ हमें देने हैं. दिस इज द टास्क ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट्स एनालिसिस. It enables the system engineer to specify software function and performance, indicate software's interface with other system elements, and establish constraints that software must meet. Constraint means badhaएं, obstructions, restrictions that the software must meet during the development and operation. Requirements analysis allows the software engineer or analyst to refine the software allocation and build models of the data, functional and behavioral domains that will be treated by software. Requirements analysis is a software engineering task that bridges the gap between system level software allocation and software design. Requirements analysis is a software engineering task that bridges the gap between system level software allocation and the software design, because this is system engineering. What are the problems of the system, what are the solutions of the system, what requirements do users need, how the problems would be addressed, would be resolved, and design leads to the code constructions. So there is a gap between this design and system engineering. This software requirements analysis fills this gap, bridges this gap between system engineering and software design. Requirements analysis provides the software designer with models that can be translated into data, architectural, interface, and procedural design. Means requirements analysis avails the facilities to the software designer to model, to design various aspects of the software. These are different aspects of the software: data design, architectural design, interface design, and procedural design. So requirements analysis leads to these one. Requirements specification provides the developer and the customer with the means to assess quality once the software is built. Okay, the quality of the software is determined, is assessed once the software is developed, and then viewing the requirements specification. On the basis of requirements specification, we can assess the software that has been developed is a quality software or inferior software. Now, the software requirements analysis has been divided into 5 areas of effort. Software requirements analysis, when we go to do the requirements analysis, we have to apply our effort in 5 areas. What are these? First, the identification of the problem, means what is the problem, problem recognition, what exactly the problem is. Then we have to evaluate and synthesize, means how much critical, how much serious the problem is, whether it is simple or complex one, what would be the impact of the problem if it is not addressed, if it is not resolved. And then synthesis means once to understand the problem is decomposed into in a modular form into smaller components. So once the problems are clear, then we attempt to synthesize into one. Modeling, we we construct certain models to clearly understand every area of software development, every component, functional, whether it is structural, functional, or behavioral. Means we perform structural modeling, functional modeling, behavioral modeling, data modeling, process modeling, and so many things. So number of models are constructed. Then specification and review. Okay, these are the 5 areas of effort: problem recognition, evaluation and synthesis, modeling, specification, and reviews. Results in the specification of software's operations. Characteristics indicates software's interface with other system elements and establishes constraints that software must meet. Software requirements analysis allows us, whether we are engineer, system engineer, software engineer, or system analyst, to elaborate on basic requirements established during the inception, elicitation, and negotiation that are part of requirements engineering. We should try to understand what sort of requirements we may arise in the requirements elicitation phase and what kinds of requirements are expected from the software system. Broadly, software requirements should be categorized in 2 categories. One is functional requirements, which is also known as normal requirement or explicit requirements, and the second one is non-functional requirements or implicit requirements. Pressman, Roger S. Pressman, the well-known author of software engineering, also classifies this software requirements into 3rd category: exciting requirements. So functional requirements are stated by the users explicitly. वो बोलते हैं, बताते हैं, लिख के देते हैं कि ये सारी चीज़ें हमें चाहिए. Those are functional requirements. दूसरे non functional requirements होते हैं that are not stated by the user. They don't specify these requirements, but these are vital. These are needed by the software system, such as reliability, performance, security, backup, error messages, recovery. These are those requirements that users won't be clearly specifying you. So these requirements have to be understood by the software engineers, and these are also very crucial, very difficult to understand exactly. Okay, and the third one is the exciting requirements. Pressman states that there are certain requirements that are not stated by the user, not even expected by the user, but inclusion of that requirement enhances the quality of the software. Non-inclusion of exciting requirements that are not stated by the user, user बताता भी नहीं है, वो expect भी नहीं करता, तो उसके नहीं होने से, ये जो तीसरी कैटेगरी के रिक्वायरमेंट है एक्साइटिंग रिक्वायरमेंट्स, इनके नहीं होने से सॉफ्टवेयर की क्वालिटी बिगड़ती नहीं है. बट इंक्लूजन यदि उसको उसमें डाल दिया जाए तो सॉफ्टवेयर की क्वालिटी अच्छी और अच्छी ज़रूर हो जाती है. So the functional requirements are which are related to functional aspect of software fall into this category. Those requirements that are related to the functional aspects of the software fall into this category. They define functions and functionality within and from the software system. There are certain examples. Search option given to users to search from various invoices. User should be able to mail any report to management. Users can be divided into groups and groups can be given separate rights. Should comply business rules and administrative functions. Software is developed keeping downward compatibility intact. These are non-functional requirements. Requirements which are not related to functional aspect of software fall into this category. They are implicit or expected characteristics of software which users makes assumption of. Non-functional requirements include security, logging, storage, configuration, performance, cost, interoperability, flexibility, disaster recovery, accessibility, error messaging, recovery from loss. So requirements are categorized logically as, when we gather the requirements, we logically categorize information into different categories, or some people also prioritize it as 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. 1 means must have, 2 means should have, 3 means could have, 4 means wish list. So those requirements that must be there in the software might be prioritized as 1. Those requirements that should be included are sometimes prioritized as 2, and so on. So must have software requirements means these software cannot be said operational without them. These are must have requirements, are those requirements without which the software cannot be operational. फेल हो जाएगा सॉफ्टवेयर, यूजर नहीं लेगा. शुड हैव, दिस एनहांसेज द फंक्शनैलिटी ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर. होना चाहिए, ये इसको तो होना चाहिए. कुछ ऐसे रिक्वायरमेंट्स होंगे जिनको होना चाहिए. कुड हैव, सॉफ्टवेयर कैन स्टिल प्रॉपरली फंक्शन विद दीज रिक्वायरमेंट्स. अगर नहीं हुआ तो ये काम कर सकता है, इसलिए कुड हैव हो जाता तो और अच्छा होता. विश लिस्ट, दीज रिक्वायरमेंट्स डू नॉट मैप टू एनी ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर. विश लिस्ट है, अच्छा चीज था, हो जाता. वाइल डेवलपिंग सॉफ्टवेयर मस्ट हैव, मस्ट बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड, निश्चित रूप से उसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन होना चाहिए. शुड हैव इज अ मैटर ऑफ डिबेट. 2-4 आदमी मिल के बात करेंगे, इसको इसमें इंक्लूड करना है या नहीं करना है, ये शुड हैव हो गया. ओके, सो दिस इज अ मैटर ऑफ डिबेट बिटवीन स्टेक होल्डर्स, द कस्टमर्स एंड द डेवलपर्स. इनके बीच में वो बातचीत होगी, उसके बाद ये तय होगा कि इसे होना चाहिए नहीं होना चाहिए. तो उस तरह के रिक्वायरमेंट्स को शुड हैव कहते हैं. Whereas could have and wish list can be kept for software updates. If it is not included right now in the current software, it could be stored as whenever the software in future course is needed to be updated. At that time, we can gradually include those requirements that are in could have and wish list. Now, types of requirements. One is business requirements. They are high-level requirements that are taken from the business case from the projects. For example, a mobile banking service system provides banking service to Southeast Asia. The business requirements that is decided for India is account summary and fund transfer, while for China account summary and bill payment is decided as a business requirement. Architectural and design requirements. These requirements are more detailed than business requirements. It determines the overall design required to implement the business requirement. For our educational organization, the architectural and design use cases would be login, course detail, etc. The requirement would be as system and integration requirements. At the lowest level, we have system and integration requirements. It is detailed description of each and every requirement. It can be in form of user storage, which is really describing everyday business language. The requirements are in abundant details so that developers can begin coding. Service requirements, a kind of functional requirements. It is a kind of functional requirements. List the services expected from the software, defines fundamental actions to be performed by software, such as accepting input, processing, generating outputs, help develop an idea of the purpose, app domain, and intended user. Behavioral requirements, a kind of functional requirements which describes behavior of the system in a given state of condition, actions to be taken to internal and external stimuli, the events that cause an action or transformation. Sixth is performance requirements. These are non-functional requirements that are not specified by the user. Define acceptable performance criteria under physical and environmental conditions, such as speed of operation, response time, throughput, load on the system, communication, constraints, etc. Number of transactions, number of simultaneous users, number of simultaneous terminals supported. These are performance requirements. Now, seventh is operational requirements that focus on how the system achieves its functional requirements. Okay, describe the operational criteria of the system and the usability of software while communicating with the user, such as user info, level of details of messages, GUI standards. Other sources of requirements: knowledge transfer from colleagues or employees already working on that project, on the project for which we are working. Talk about project to business analyst, product manager, project lead, and developers. Analyze previous system version that is already implemented into the system. Analyze the older requirement document of the project. Look into the past bug reports. Some of the bug reports are turned into enhancement requests which may be implemented into current version. Look into installation guide if it is available to see what are the installation required. Analyze the domain or industry knowledge that team is trying to implement. Now, how to analyze requirements? Consider an example of an educational software system where a student can register for different courses. Let's study how to analyze the requirements. The requirements must maintain a standard quality of its requirement. Different types of requirement quality includes its requirements should be atomic, uniquely identified, should be complete, should be consistent and unambiguous, it should be traceable, prioritized like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, testable. So with this pie chart we can remember the quality of the software that we should ensure during the gathering of requirements and requirements analysis. Means the requirements should be atomic. Should not be atomic requirements means that should not dependent on others. Uniquely identified, complete, incomplete requirements should not be there. Traceable, consistent and unambiguous, prioritized and testable. So with this, these are the software requirements. So in this we have to remember basically three types of requirements. One is functional requirements that are normal and explicit requirements that are stated by the user. Second one is non-functional requirements that are not stated by the users but they are important. These are also known as implicit requirements. And the third one is exciting requirements that are not expected by the not even stated by the user, nor expected by the user. ये ऐसे requirements हैं जो यूज़र न तो बताता है और न एक्सपेक्ट करता है. But inclusion of such requirements enhances the overall quality of the software. Non-inclusion of exciting requirements does not degrade the quality of the software, but inclusion certainly improves the quality of the software. So for this, this is the end for the day. Thank you.